Hey guys, welcome back to Maxim Automation. Today in this video, we're going to see that how can we create a parameterized build through Jenkins. Parameterized builds helps us to run our automation tests with different parameters using the same build. Let's say that you need to execute your automation test on different browsers and you want the browser's type should be provided at the time when you are scheduling the build. In that case, Jenkins provides the facility to create a build which requires some parameters from the user at the time when a user is going to trigger a build. And then based on these parameters, you can configure your automation tests to run. So let's see that how can we create a parameterized build in Jenkins. First of all, let's click on the build which you want to parameterize. After that, click on configure option. Then here at configure page, you can see the option that this project is parameterized. Click on this checkbox. You can also click on the help icon to get the details on parameterization. When you create a parameter name, then the values of those parameters can be used by using the $sign or by adding %sign as prefix and suffix. Also, please make sure that the parameter which you provide must be unique. When you create a parameterized build, then you will be getting build with parameter link instead of build now. And there, users will be prompted to provide the values for each parameter. These parameters will contain the default value as well. In case you are running your build with the help of schedulers, then in that case, default values will be used for those executions. You can only change the values for these parameters when you're going to schedule the build manually. Now, if you click on the Add Parameter drop-down, then you can see the different parameter options which you can use. If you want to use any checkbox for providing the values as true or false, then you can use the option Boolean parameter. Or if you want to create a drop-down list so that user can select any value from the drop-down, then you can select the value as choice parameter, where you are providing the choices to the user. Similarly, we have different parameters for different needs. You can use any of the parameter based on their comment. Now let's add a string parameter. And I'm going to provide the parameter name as browser. Then you can see that we have default value text box over here. And I'm adding default value as Chrome. So if that build is going to schedule automatically, then this default value, which is Chrome, will be used. Then if you want, you can provide the description about the parameter, or you can keep it as blank. After that, you can select this checkbox to trim the string, which trims the white spaces from the string provided by the user. Now let's save this value. So here you can see that now we are getting the option as build with parameters. And if I click on this, then we can see that we are getting a string parameter for browser listed over here. And it shows the default value. In case you want to run your automation script on different browser, then you can change the value of this parameter from Chrome to some other browser. Let's say that I want to run the test on Firefox. Then I can provide the same in this parameter. So this is how you can use a string parameter. Let's say that you want to provide the choices to the user to select item from the list. In this case, you want to provide the list of browser on which test can be executed. Then instead of string parameter, you can create a choice parameter. Click on add parameter and then select the value as choice parameter. Now in this parameter, we'll provide the list of choices to the user. First, provide the parameter name. Here we have existing parameter with same name. So let's remove it first. After that, provide the different choices, like I'm going to put the values as Chrome, Firefox, Internet Explorer, and Safari. So these are the different choices which I want to provide to the user. Here one line is equal to one choice or one value from the list. The first value will be treated as the default value. So whatever value you want to make as default, then you should always provide that value first. In our case, the default value for this list will be the Chrome. Now let's save it again. You can see that now we are getting the list options for browser instead of string value. A user can select the value from this drop-down based on the requirement. So this is how you can create a choice or list parameter in your build. Now let's go back to the configure page again. So you can add multiple parameter as well with your build. Let's say that you want to add one more parameter, and that is a Boolean, which will prompt user for true or false value. Let's say that I want to create a parameter for taking a screenshot for past step as well, so that a user can decide whether he wants to take the screenshot for each step or not. And then he can provide the value as true or false based on the requirement. I'm setting the default value as false for this parameter. Now, if I save it and go back to the build page, then you can see that now we are getting the checkbox over here for generating the screenshot for past steps. So this is how we can create the parameter. Now let's see that how can we use these parameters value in our build. If we go back to the configure page and then in command section, so here we can use the parameters value by using the parameters name like this. Parameter name and close within %sign. Now let's update the name for this parameter to screenshot only. And then I will provide the description of this parameter in the description text box, which says that this field is for taking the screenshot for past steps. And then we'll use the screenshot parameter as well. Save the changes and then go back to the build page. So here I'm going with the default value for browser and then providing the value as true for screenshot field. Now, if I build this, then you can see that a build has been triggered. And if we go inside this build instance and go to the console output, then you can see that we are getting the values of those parameters printed in the logs. So this is how you can create the parameterized builds in Jenkins. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, then please subscribe to the channel to get more videos. Also, please don't forget to click on the bell icon. Thank you.